So the other thing is, as we relate with other people, we need to notice when we're having experience that are more than we expect. You know, so it's as we relate in family setup. You need to listen to your body. You need to listen to what's going on the inside of you, and you need to. I mean, you need to respect and work on it. And the example I will give is just like we just spoke right now on all of this. Um, we all have different strengths, different tendencies. As much as I say that you don't run away um, from things, you also have to be careful, right? I remember one time, um, as I finished school in college, there's some relationship I was pursuing, right? But that relationship never really manifested or or get on its way because somehow the person I was chasing always said no. Person wanted to be my friend, but didn't want to define things, and even in defining things, wasn't really open. You know, I can't say our friendship really got on the way because this was someone that was seemingly it wasn't open. The person wasn't open. It wasn't a free flow. Even though I wanted more, but even the ordinary friendship level wasn't a free flow. And that really had a big impact on my self-esteem, right? I didn't know what was going on at that point in time, but when I broke from it, um, and I broke from it like 27 years ago now. When I broke from it, I saw my self-esteem as really being battered. I had to spend years to work on my self-esteem coming out from that. Um, but I said all of that to say this. When I finished my NYC, there was a lady um, whose parents died. She had a motor accident, when she was 7. And, I'd been there, helped through, went for the burial, all of that stuff. And this one time she came to visit me in the house, but I wasn't used to it, right? I wasn't used to getting someone come to visit me. I'm used to a male coming to visit me, but for a female coming to visit me, it was something I wasn't used to. My emotions were not used to it. I was not used to entertaining a female. I don't know if I'm making a sense. Do you
Yeah, yeah.
understand? I mean, to a male, I can entertain, we can talk, but it was a female coming to visit me, right? The person I was pursuing never visited me. So I didn't know what it looked like, the emotions that come when a female comes to visit you. And I mean, I do go to visit female, though. There were a lot of people that I went to visit. But I'm talking about if someone coming to visit me, was a different experience altogether. And I'm sure she was embarrassed because I didn't just know how to comport myself, all of that. I didn't do anything wrong. It was just that I was very uncomfortable, right? Give me 1 second. Let me open it up. Hello. Are you with
Yeah,
me? All right.
yeah.
But you see, that was embarrassing for me, but today is different. I've had to work on that, that part, because the emotions are flowing kind of us. And part of growing up is ability to know those emotions and know how to um, put them in their place, right? There are different things that flow when you have not done something before, especially when it has to do with the opposite sex, you know? So the emotions that flow, which you must master,
Mm.
right? Master, know how to win, or know how to win in the midst of that emotion, right? So it's that place, and some of those things come by practice, by practice, you know. A lot of things, I'm a different person today than I grew up, you know. I remember in secondary school, when it's joking, I can joke a lot. When it comes to, it's different from joking and when you not have to do things in reality, you know. Like I say, I grew up as a shy person. There was a lady that was in my same church. When I'm with the boys and we joke, no problem. And she went to Antioch. I went to Greg's. So they came to do inter-house sports in our compound, in our school, but it, having to just, and she was pretty nice. She was beautiful, but she was nice also. She greeted me and wanted to relate as someone she knew, but I wasn't used to the emotions that was flowing, at that point in time, being alone with someone, and she was beautiful. There were a lot of people that would love to talk with her, but she didn't come to talk to me because I was chasing her. It was just because we go to the same church, right? And she was just being nice, you know. But it was something I wasn't used to at that point in time, right? I was uncomfortable, it was awkward, right? But that's where I come from. But today, I've had to learn to be comfortable in such environment and be able to, know the emotions that flow in those environment and be able to live above them. But some of those come by practice. Some of those come by, knowing what they are, giving them the right label and knowing how to, you know, uh, stay above them. And different people do it differently. I know I was talking to some old man who is late now, and he was talking about that when he sees beautiful ladies, he looks for what is not beautiful about them. That's the way he manages his emotions. Looks for something that is not perfect, and he focuses on that. So probably different men do have different ways they manage their emotion in the in the presence of those emotions that flow. When you are in the presence of beauty. But the important thing is that you master it. I don't know if I'm making sense to you.
Yes,
You
yes.
master it, but I don't think what he said to me was the right one, but I guess it worked for him. You know, he was a pastor, and he's probably one of those. Yeah, it's not a life that I will envy. Because I love people. I love people. I'm not going to be looking for what is wrong about you, because as much as I love people, but at the same time I'm human. Do you understand? You
Yeah.
know, I love people, but at the same time, I'm human. So in the presence of a beautiful lady, I have to love that lady without um without crossing the boundary.
Yes, 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 yes.
I have to love without crossing the boundary. At the same time, I don't want to pull that person down. I also don't want to. I want to love that person. I want to love the person
Mhm.
in a way that God will be happy with me.
That's yes.
You get. So
Yes, sir.
it's a fine line. So it's me that needs to be walked on, not the lady. I'm not one of
Mm-hmm.
those wants to make people look dress shabbily so that I would have problem. No, I want to work on my own emotions, not the person. The person who the person is. It's up to me to be able to be myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm having too much emotional issues, that means I have to limit my exposure to that
With the person, yeah.
person. Shake it. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I have to limit my exposure, right? So, but but it's all part of learning how to live life. You're learning how to master life, learning how to master relationship, right? So, but you learn this by practice, right? If you are too uncomfortable, you don't want to spend too much time there because you're human. You see, a lot of people that go into sin, they not plan to go into sin, but they began to do things that were beyond their strength, right? As much as you want to love somebody, you don't want to pull the same person down. You must be sincere with your own self, right? If it's more too more emotion that you can bear, then reduce your exposure. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's someone I know who has a child after outside wedlock, right? But how did he get the child? I know so when see the person, you know that this person is holier than thou. It's more like a a a holiness disposition. But at the end of the day, he crossed the line because I don't know the full story, but I can tell you he was trying to be nice to this person because they had sent him to this place to start a church, house fellowship, right? And he was being held in a place of a woman that had separated from the husband, right? In the presence of house fellowship, they crossed the line, right? So you need to know yourself. If it means saying I can't be the pastor in that place, so be it. You know, uh, yeah. So if you have any issues, then you need to reduce your exposure. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Perfect.
Yeah. But we can grow. You don't run away from it. You can grow, but while you are growing, respect your strength. Don't do more than you can bear. Right? It's like going to the gym to go and be carrying weight. You don't go and carry 100 kg in one day. You have to start with 10 kg, 20 kg, 30 kg. Maybe someday later you'll be able to carry 100 kg. But the first day you go and carry 100 kg, will kill you. You get. Uh,
Yes.
uh, Years ago, I used to be able to do a 50 press ups at a go, but now for whatever reason, I can't. It used to be pretty easy for me. I just go and do 50 press up. I can even try 100, but now partly because I've not done it in a long time, partly because I put on more weight, but I'm trying to build back to 50. So now easily when I go there, I can do 20. I can stretch to 25. I can go to 30. I can even go to 35. But I'm not yet there at 40. So I'm building back. I cannot just say one day and just go, I'm going to hurt myself. Right. So as much as I'm building, I have to respect my strength. Same thing goes with my emotional strength. Right. I don't expose myself to more than I can undo. You get?
Yes, sir.
All right. So third, also we can try to catch other people when they are behaving well, So one other way we can close and build family bonds, is it's not just when you catch people when they are doing something bad, you know, it's catching people when they are doing something well. That makes a difference. That makes people, it's called positive reinforcement. If you catch people doing the right thing and you talk about it, they want to do more. It's just human behavior, you know. They want to do more of that. But if all the time you're only catching them when they're doing wrong, they'll give up even trying. If you want your children to do more of the good things, praise them for the good that they do, but you have to manage it also. You don't it has to be natural, right? You also don't want to be deceptive, praising them for what they didn't do, right? But if they are doing something nice, praise them. They want to do more, and it stays in their mind also. When they're away from the house, they also wanted to not do something that, daddy will not be happy with, but positive reinforcement is something we can do that we can draw people to ourselves. I say boldly all the time, and I say it's not a fad, just who I am. I love people, and so I try to do that. I try to do that because it's just what moves my motto, just to make people happy, but it helps to do that. It helps to build relationship, by praising people for the good that they do, seeing the good in people, and if you focus on the good in them, they probably want to do less of the bad. We all need affirmation. It's called affirmation. That's what God means when he says that train up a child in the way he should go, is affirm the child on the right behavior. Affirm the child on the right behavior. Because as a child, they're asking, is this good or bad? When you affirm that child on the right behavior, and probably that child will seek, because we all want to feel nice, and it feels nice to be acknowledged, right? If you acknowledge the right, the person wants to do more of it. Even as adults, we want that. Not talk about children wanting to do that. You know, so it helps. It helps in building family relationship by focusing on the good, right? Again, like we said earlier on, we don't all agree on everything, but if we want to have fellowship, we need to focus on what brings us together, not what divides us, not what separates us.